Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Cut to the Jase. And it's a special edition today. Finally, it's here. We've got the Montrezl Harrell interview happening. Jase, you helped organize it. Obviously, Montrez wanted as well to share his story about everything that's going down, but we finally got it. And as someone who knows him, you're probably pretty happy that he gets to share his side of the story as well.
Yeah, no, it took a bit of time. It took a bit of time. It was probably because he came out so early saying what he wanted to do. But look, Trez, he shows his personality in many different ways. He's not your normal guy who just kind of hides his feelings. He often expresses them. And I think ultimately it'll be good for people to see his side of events. And kind of everyone forgets, they see one side and they just put, I guess, they put on the other person what actually happens without understanding what went through in their minds and what was happening at the time. And I think for me, it's just more about people get to see him and also see a bit of Trez for who he is, because I've seen all kinds of versions of him. And as I said, if he was a bad person, I don't think I'd still be speaking to him. So I'm excited for people to see Trez for who he is, and hopefully we can uncover his story behind it all, but also a lot of what else goes on in his world, because the NBL became such a big part of who he was. And the NBL, I think, used him because they loved having a personality out here in our league.
Now, you, as you mentioned, were around with him all the time and went to different arenas around the country. What was it like seeing, I guess, the impact he brought? Like, you've been around the NBL for a long time. I'm sure there was a different energy in arenas that you guys played in last season because he was on the team.
Yeah, he had... Trez was one of the few that was a showman, and he was a basketball player, and he had it outside, because Trez could walk into the hotel or wherever, and you could be on another floor, and Trez is there because you can hear him. He's such a loud personality. He's a loud person. But you would walk through the streets, you would go to dinners, like he genuinely had that kind of, people knew who he was. I mean, he had the gold chains, he had everything else as well. So he had this kind of rock star persona, and it was evident. Like, we walk into places, people stopping him, grabbing him, can we get a photo, can we do this? Like, he had a lot of that, and he was always really respectful to people. There were times where he was like, hey, just leave me for now. But he was always really good about it, and it definitely was one of the few people that have come out and kind of had that rock star appeal.
Yeah, really excited to have him on, and just going through what we'll cover. We'll cover everything from the initial issues in China to his severing of ties with the Adelaide 36ers, how that all went down, what he was disappointed with, how he's dealt with it. We'll cover his thoughts on the NBL this season. He still keeps a close eye on it. We'll give him some quick questions as well, and we'll also touch on one of his favorite hobbies, I guess, which is to watch the the WWE. So we'll touch on plenty with Montrezl Harrell, and now it's time. It's been a couple of months in the making for our interview with Montrezl Harrell.
Welcome back to Cut to the Jase, and it's finally here. The interview, probably the most talked about interview ever, and I want to say it's because this man put it on Twitter or X or whatever you talk about it. We're here with Montrezl Harrell. Trez, how you going?
What's the word, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm good. We talked about this interview. People were asking for it. For now, it's probably months, actually, and we finally got here.
Yeah.
Where are you right now, firstly, before we get into things?
I'm in the States, man. I'm in my actual home, man. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm back home with my kids, just with my family. Just here working out consistently every day. Pretty much just grinding, man.
What's it been like having some time back in the States? And obviously behind you, you're in your setup, your little gaming room at your house.
It's different, man. It's not what I'm accustomed to, especially what I was looking to, plan for the year and actually do. So it's been tough because I've been itching to play the game of basketball, man. That's probably been the biggest thing for me. This game is something that you got to really cherish, so I've had it taken away from me twice now, and I'm actually not a fan of how it feels. My first time it was on an injury, and I had to sit and watch, the game go by and miss time and stuff like that, and then this is like the second time, so not really a fan of it, but you learn, you live and you learn, but the way it kind of all happened and transpired is more so, I think, the craziest thing, I think that wasn't really told. It was kind of just painted in a certain picture, and that's not what I'm okay with. Like I said, so. It's actually glad that we actually had the time to actually, get the space to do this interview and actually, let people know the actual true story. And it's not one of those ones where it's like, it's nothing, ill will, bashing, anything like that. But at the same time, I'm going to speak my truth. And, I hope it doesn't offend anybody the wrong way. I'm just speaking on all the signs of how this trickled down and how it's played out to me until where we are in present day, man. So, like I said, it's nothing to tear nobody down. I'm not trying to come after nobody. Like I said, I watch NBL basketball more than I watch the NBA now because the NBA is only, I talk to you, bro, it's a race to 100. And then it seems like that's when the real defense, I guess, starts. But every game in the NBA, bro, has been 100 plus. And I can't watch it, bro. So I watch more NBL games because it's a lot more competitive, man. It's a lot more heated battles, man. Even Adelaide game when they came back in Perth the other day and won, like I'm a fan, bro. So like I said, it's nothing ill will or me trying to bash anybody or staff or anything like that. But at the same time, bro, I still have to speak my truth because nobody else done it for me, as you can see.
Yeah, and there's a few things you already touched on, and we'll bounce around to all of them because I obviously learnt a lot about you last year being around you, and the one thing I definitely know is how much you love basketball and how much being in Adelaide last year unlocked that love for you again. So we're going to get to that, but let's go down the line of everything, and let's go back to where this first started. So you test positive mid-April. You find out about this, but it got weird here because after in China, when you tested positive for cannabis, it was cannabis, not anything else, not an performance-enhancing drug. You then go to Puerto Rico. How did that play out, and when did you first find out that you were tested positive?
It was an article just like, I guess everybody else kind of found out. It wasn't like something that was like actually sent to me or I got an email about it. You feel me? Like it was something that it was kind of on social media. You feel me? And I kind of sent it to my agent. And he kind of was like, yeah, I kind of seen it, around the same time it kind of came out. They're kind of, trying to make it a deal, but they really aren't. But it didn't bother anything. That's the crazy thing about it. Like it didn't hinder anything. It didn't stop me from playing in Puerto Rico or anything. Like I didn't stop playing in Puerto Rico because I had a positive test in China. Like I stopped playing in Puerto Rico because I signed to play in the Big Three before all of it. You feel me? And that was a commitment I had before then. So Puerto Rico I had a team that gave me a deal for a month's time until it was time for me to play Big Three. And that's what happened. So it came out and like, that's pretty much all it was. It was just like, it came out and that's kind of all I heard from it, bro. Like I didn't really, like I said, it wasn't presented to me in the email. It wasn't written to me. It wasn't nobody that I talked to from China that let me know that, hey, like you failed a test and, this has to happen. Like it was no line of communication like that.
So you didn't find out about this till you were already in PR, right?
Yeah.
And then the communication, nothing came through to you personally. Any communication went through to your agent or just...
Nothing, no communication went through to my agent or me. We didn't start having to deal with anything as far as backfire from China until I got over in Australia, bro.
Okay. So then the next part to this is you re-sign with Adelaide in May.
Yeah.
So this is tested positive in April. You re-sign in May. You're in PR. It all comes out. Did you, like, nothing had been put towards you in that state?
It was
like,
nothing.
Hey, this is going to.
It was nobody. It was nobody from China, nobody from Australia. You got to think I signed back to Adelaide in May, so I had the whole entire summer for them to say something, or if something was going to be an issue, time suspension or whatever case may be, I could have served that and we wouldn't have this issue. But nothing was, like I said, it was never an issue. Like I said, it came out in the article what it came out. And that's all it was left as. Like, no other issues. Like, you got to think. Like you said, it came out in April. I signed to Adelaide after that. No issues.
Yeah, and when we first spoke about this, and obviously we were speaking about this as the process was going on and unfolding, you were very confused because you were getting different information from different people. And then you started to find out that some of this information, people were saying they were speaking directly to you, but they weren't actually talking to you. Is that where a lot of it got confused? Because there's people saying, oh, yeah, we're in communication. But you were like, no, I haven't received anything other than an article coming out, and that was it.
100%. And the thing, what kills it is because, like, I had to go through a whole process, bro. Like, it was wild, bro. Like I said, like, how it's perceived is like, hey, they contacted me and I just declined to do anything for them. Like, that's just what it was left as. Like, that was never the case. I never got any contact from them until stuff started to snowball and affect to, you feel me, this current season. Right.
So when that all happens, you sign, you get to Australia. I still remember when you landed. And then it was around that Panathinaikos game. Remember we were speaking,
Right.
and all of a sudden you couldn't come to Australia. You couldn't go and play in that game.
Right.
You had to stay in Adelaide. So you were there,
Yeah.
you started training. That's where everything kind of kicked off from, like, hang on a second, there's more to this. Is
Right.
that when you first thought, well, hang on, what's going on here? There's more to this than I've been kind of led on.
Definitely, bro, 100%. And like the reason why, because, okay, so when I kind of start, like I said, get to Adelaide, that's when the conversation, I guess, it starts to pick up towards what's supposed to come from this. You feel me? The conversation. And I think it was more so coming from the Australian side of testing, because I think they fall, I'm not along the lines of knowing how it actually works, but I think they all fall on the same testing, as far as like if he's suspended or tested positive here, he can't just go to another country and just automatically be paying. Like they all fall on the same testing. You feel me? So that's where the area starts to get gray at. You feel me? So I get there, I practice with the team for like 2 or 3 days, like literally ramping up to play Panathinaikos and everything, bro. And then that's when it starts to, like, it gets weird. Like, you feel me? Matt texts me and say, like, I can't be around the team. I can't participate because of the stuff in China. So now let's backtrack. The issue, like I said, when it came with China, I think it's coming from Australia, because once again, Australia is just trying to understand the same thing. What's going on from you guys saying that he failed the test? Like, is he suspended? Like, what? You feel me? But at the same time, I think the way they went about doing it, it rubbed China the wrong way, saying they weren't responding and they weren't getting back. So then that's when it picks up, and now we have this headbutting thing. You feel me? But at the same time,
go. Sorry, go, bro.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, was there ever a time where people thought they were communicating with someone that wasn't you?
That's the whole issue that starts off the whole thing, where I said they thought they had like messaged me or contacted me to let me know that I failed, and then I just said, nah, I don't want to test my second sample or whatever the case may be. Like, nah, this is what it is. Never was me. Never was me.
Who were they talking to then? You don't know.
I have no clue. Still to this day, I have no clue. But the thing that blows my mind, even with that, is when you take a test, as far as a drug test, the same, even if you do it in Australia, like I took one there, you have to give contact information that's current.
Yeah.
A number, an email.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to update that all the time.
I gave a current one. So as opposed to this one that y'all supposed that y'all got a, like, and then this is where it gets even crazier, because now it goes a step further to the point where they claim that I signed like a whole waiver of just accepting the suspension, this, that, and the third. But how can I sign that when I never knew that I had a suspension? Only thing that I knew is that y'all just said I tested positive for weed.
Yeah.
Which is even crazier, because the whole thing, this is what kills the whole thing of the test that just blows my mind in general. I had weed in my system before I went over there.
Yes.
This is what it is. I'm not taking nothing from that. That's the thing people are not failing to realize. I'm not saying I didn't smoke. I'm not saying, but I did it on my own terms. I did it in the US. I did it out of the season. I not bothering a soul. So we already communicated this, and they knew this before me coming there, that it was in my system. And they was just like, okay, like you be good. You feel me? Like, you shouldn't be tested. Like, you're good. You're not going to be tested. Like, you're good. The test comes about, honestly, when me and my head coach get into it. And I don't care what nobody say. You can call it what you want. Me and my head coach got into it. The very next game, they tested me after the game.
Yeah, okay. So that's how that kind of all lined up. Because all along you've always said, and the thing is too, in the States, there's no, you're allowed to smoke in the States, right?
They don't test for weed no more as far as the drug test program, NBA protocol. They used to probably about 3 or 4 years ago. Like, if you got caught with weed in the system, you go into a whole program. You got to meet with, like, therapists. Like, it's a whole thing. You feel me? Like, and if you continue to do it, it's like strikes, and to the point where you could get kicked out of the league. Like, it's a whole thing. You feel me? But they took it off because, once again, they was damn near one of the last ones of the professional sports who still tested for it throughout the season.
Yeah, okay. So America, obviously, like, and we know this, they run their own system of how that all works.
Right.
So then the next part that probably follows this whole thing, right? So obviously you've got all this going on in the background that not people really are understanding or seeing. And as I said, the simple process is tested positive for weed. Yes, okay. Here's your suspension, serve your suspension, done. But you didn't get the communication in line with that, where it's like, hey, you have to serve a 4-week suspension. You're like, okay, when does it start? Date A, date B?
Nothing.
So now you're in Australia. Matt messages you saying you can't show up to training. It's now getting more serious. The next part that kind of followed was Adelaide now terminate your contract from the first game because they're of an understanding, I think, that you were going to be out for a long period of time. Did you understand that process in terms of you had been told already you were going to get, well, it's now 3 months. Did you have any timeline idea or none of that at that point?
Nah, and it's kind of where my you feel me, animosity, I guess, kind of comes towards a little bit with Adelaide, because throughout this whole situation, I give it to Matt, bro. He was definitely adamant throughout the whole thing as trying to help the situation and trying to figure out what actually was going down. You feel me? If anybody who was trying to figure it out, it was him. You feel me? And he talked to me and my agent and let us know, like, hey, I got somebody in China that's high in the government. Like, you feel me? We're trying to get it worked out. Like, trying to figure it out. He definitely did the work of trying to, you feel me, get it handled or get it to at least figure out what actually is going to transpire. But when it started to come down to the situation to the point where he started to see that, I guess, the people that he actually know really couldn't do nothing with the situation because they really was just at a standpoint where they want to make an example out of me. And he couldn't really, you feel me, like, leeway that, because at the same time, he's still a businessman. You feel me? He got business in China. He still has to do his business, shit like that. So once he started to feel like he really couldn't get it handled or really get to a just clear cut, it's this and we move on, they kicked me. Like, and this is the thing that rubbed me wrong with it. You send my agent a termination letter and give me a time period on that same day telling me I had to sign it. And if I don't sign it, you're just going to terminate my contract. We didn't come to no agreement on parting ways, bro. They terminated my shit and signed somebody that same day, bro. So that's where my animosity rubs. That's where this starts to, you feel me? My chest starts to get real tight, and I start to, you feel me, get real aggressive. Because you was with me. I stuck up for the club and took a suspension on 3 days, bro, for somebody pushing you, Matt. I took that suspension for you. The same thing, my kids and all my family came over, bro. Y'all telling me we family, we this and that and shit. That's what rubs me wrong, bro. Because I'm the type of guy, you see how I rock with family. You see how I rock with you still to this day. Me and you still talk every day about fucking wrestling, bro. Not even basketball. So if I really rock with you, you see I'm a genuine person, bro. And that's what I thought that y'all was giving me, bro, because I gave y'all all of me. Every time I laced up my shoes on that court, Adelaide got everything I had. Off of injury, torn ACL, meniscus, y'all got everything I had, and y'all taught me and made me feel a love for the game of basketball again, bro, when I was in a real dark place. That will never change. But as how I was done on the way out, that's up, bro.
Yeah, so I guess the part where we get to here, right, is because, and you kind of touch on it there, and we're going to touch on it when we move on to some other stuff after this, is your love for Adelaide is real. Your love for the people in around it is real. Your
100%.
experience in Adelaide is real. So the ending bit there really, so where it gets weird for you and where you kind of, as you said, like it just doesn't rub right, is the communication right at the very end just wasn't there. So it got to a
It
point
wasn't.
where instead of basically someone coming and saying, "Hey, we think they're giving you 3 months and we can't do anything about it. We have to cut you to move on because we can't." Like, there's no.
They literally just stop all of the texting and the back and forth between me and Matt. That dried up. It became me basically double texting, calling. You feel me? And it became stagnant to the point where it hit me with a termination letter, bro, and basically gave me a time period of having to sign it. But this was maybe an hour or two after everything was hitting the fan, bro. So how is it? So this is hold on. So this is what I want y'all to understand from where I'm coming from as a player and as a person in this. If y'all supposedly, if you're going so much to bat for me and I mean so much to you guys and this, that, and the third, bro, when this happens and you find out what the real situation on it, at least give me a day or two to process and let's figure out how we can move forward. And y'all gave me a termination letter on the same day of the whole suspension, bro. Terminated me and then signed somebody, bro.
So this is the day you found out you had a 3-month suspension.
They gave me a termination letter, said I had a time period, noon o'clock in Adelaide to sign it, or they was moving on. They gave me that by 11. 10:30, buddy. Then terminated me and signed somebody else that same day, bro. So if that's not a slap in the face, I don't know what more is.
And so, just so we can clear this up too, your problem with this all, it isn't that they had to move on because
Not at all.
you were
I
suspended. It's
understand
more that it wasn't actually
how
the
you guys did it.
communication.
How you guys did it in the whole process of me leaving out, bro. I got receipts, bro. I ain't one of these ones to just get up here and just tell a story to just. I'm not trying to throw turmoil on none of what they got going on. I'm saluting for them, bro. I hope Bryce gets the MVP again. I hope they win one, bro, because it's a club and it's a club. And what I mean by club is the Adelaide fans and shit like that, they are there.
Yeah.
So I hope they get one, bro. But as far as you feel me, you can't just slap me in my face and just expect me to just, you feel me, not feel some type of way about it, bro.
Yeah. So the communication part dropped off, and that's really where, because once again, if we go back from the start, you've never denied like you tested positive for weed. Yes, it happened in China. You re-sign, you go through this whole period, and then all of a sudden, I'm going to help turns into, well, I can't help you, so I'm not going to tell you about it. And here's your termination letter. That's how you see it from your eyes. And then because that's probably where I think this whole interview thing started, right? You said something about, I'm going to tell all. We then delayed it because there was more going on behind the scenes that you didn't understand. From then to now, basically the process that played out was you got the termination letter. You found out it was 3 months. You then start to go into, well, hang on a second. When does this play out? Where's the communication prior to this? Is that kind of what happened after you trying to figure out exactly where this was?
Bro, no, I got left high and dry, bro. That's why you feel me? That's why how I am, bro. Like that's
but even with the 3 months, right?
I had to do that. I had to get a lawyer, cuz. I had to get a Chinese lawyer.
So who
I had to pay a Chinese lawyer.
Who told you got a 90-day suspension?
China. After I got a Chinese lawyer, buddy.
Yeah, right.
I had to pay a Chinese lawyer.
And so then they go and do that 90-day, and they just set a date. That was it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Bro, I had a whole court hearing, bro. It was a whole back and forth, like, court hearing and all that shit. Like, that's why I had to get a lawyer that speak on my behalf in China. Yes.
So from the back of that, then, they set the dates of 90 days, which ends, when does it end?
February.
So it
like the
goes,
first week of February.
Yeah, okay. So November, December, January ends in Feb. So it's essentially 90 days. So that's when the whole final, like basically that's the end of it. There's your 90 days, play on from that. That's basically it.
Yeah.
When we talk about Adelaide, and we'll start to move on from all this stuff too, though, is there something really that you're kind of like, I just wish this happened? Because I know you have a lot of love for it, and you also have some anger because of how it ended, like you just told the story from your side. Is there something that you just wish went another way? Or is it as simple as, I just wish they said, we're going to do A, B, and C because of this? Is that what you were... Yeah.
That's it, bro. Because that's all I ever been when I was in that club, the whole entire time, even the year you was there. Just shoot it to us straight. Did I not preach that every time we did something, anytime we had turmoil, anytime we was going good? Just shoot it to us straight. Shoot it to me straight.
Yeah.
Because you shoot it to me straight, bro, then that's up to me to process it and how I got to move forward from that, bro. If you come to me right now and tell you, hey, like, we think you're a good bid, bro, but you can't do A, B, and C, and this is why we can't go with you. I can't do nothing but accept that on the chin as a man, have to either go back and get better at A, B, and C, bro, or try to find another place that are not worried about A, B, and C.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
That's all I'm asking, bro. The communication thing, bro, it turned to me double, triple texting, calling this person, that person, bro, and literally on that day, when I left out, bro, I lie to you not. And this is the thing that kind of hurt me the most out of it. How that whole termination went. They didn't even have the decency to, you feel me, reach out to me and tell me like that's how it was going to be. I told my agent, nah, I'm going to call Matt. I'm going to make him tell me this to my face. I'm going to make him tell me this. Because I've been calling you, bro, trying to figure out how this shit is going, what's going on, like how all of a sudden I can't, like I thought, you feel me? I thought, like, somebody just talked to me, bro. But it's like, y'all, it's like I was a fucking cancer. So, you feel me? Like, that's what hurt me the most with it, bro. Like I said, I really had to pick up the phone and tell them, yo, just tell me to my face, bro.
Have you spoken to Matt since that?
I think we reached out to him like, I think we had actually reached out when like the process was going on through the
court hearing?
Yeah, the court hearing, because it was like I said, all the evidence of what I'm saying of how everything was playing out, it was, you feel me? It was kind of leaning towards that, you feel me? I was going to get like, it was looking like a month, you feel me? But
yeah.
When they came down with the decision, bro, you feel me? It's just what it is. They made the example out of me, bro. Like, so I can't fight it, bro. It is what it is, man. You feel me? Like, but at the same time, bro, like how it was written and how it was basically portrayed, like I just said whatever and this, that, and the third, bro. Like that's just what they don't sit well with me, bro, because
it wasn't
it wasn't any of that, bro. Everything was. I communicated this to y'all before I even took this long ass flight to China. I went home first, bro. After we lost that last game in Melbourne, me and my family was out of there within the next 2-3 days, bro.
I remember.
So I'm back at the crib, bro. I'm back in the States, bro. Like I'm back in my house. I'm back to where you work. This is where you see me. This is where I was at, bro. You feel me? And what I do in my extracurricular activity, bro, that's just what it is, bro. But at the same time, hold on. While we here, I wanted to show you this too. Hey, this is where I want people to understand that it ain't just like, oh, he just like, he just smoke weed. Nah, no. I have a signed letter from a doctor for medical cannabis, my boy. This ain't no. Yeah, it's a sign from a doctor, bro. I don't do pills, bro. I don't even like doing pills for like headaches, Advil like that, bro. I don't do pills. Like, you'll never be able to call me a pill head, bro. I told my ACL and like that, bro. They gave me hydrogen codone. I took them once, maybe twice. After that I thug it out, bro. I just super ice. I will never resort to that. That's a dangerous game, bro. That's a dangerous game to play with. I would never be that, bro. You feel me? But a plant that I actually have studied, that I actually have done all the work and resources to, that I actually have converted my grandmother to, God rest her soul, before she passed, because she had arthritis. They made THC lotions for arthritis and hands and stuff like that. My grandmother, my grandfather used them, and they started to feel better. They never smoked a day in their life, bro. So don't, like, I do the homework.
On the back of that too, because it is, and even like now, to my understanding, cannabis is illegal on a game day, but it's legal. Like if you test positive on a Wednesday and it's midweek at a training session, you're fine. Like these are whole other conversations, but it is confusing. And then the states have obviously moved away that it's just fine all the time. So you're 60 days in now, right? I say that you're about probably a bit over.
Yeah, something like that.
You got
No, I'm definitely past the month. Yeah, I'm definitely past the month. I'm counting down. I got about a good month and a half. I got all of January, and I'm through. Well, it's the start of December, so a little bit over a month and a half.
Yeah. So what does this look like now? So what's the plan? What are you thinking? I know you're sitting over there hating the fact you're not playing like you said at the start. Like before we get into some other stuff though, what's the plan right now?
I'm just itching to get back on the floor, man. Like I said, I have multiple conversations in places to actually go. It's just actually just this suspension thing being over with. Some of the places definitely places that reached out, are looking to maybe sign me a little bit early and actually bring me in a month early before the suspension is actually up. So I can actually be able to get accustomed to the living in the spot there, you feel me, and actually start just being able to work out. So I have jobs lined up, like I said, because I've been able to just communicate it and actually be able to let them know that this is what the situation is right now, and it has an ending. You feel me?
What were there any NBL teams once Adelaide cut you that reached out without knowing the date, or they were waiting to see what the date was and how long?
I want to say it was one or two teams, but the thing about it is they didn't really want to kind of dive into conversations until it was a real, you feel me, was a real thing, because they didn't want to, you feel me, run the jeopardy of, you feel me, touching the situation and not really fully knowing, which is understandable. Like I wasn't mad at that. I got that, you feel me? So like I said, I think it was more so along the lines of when it was kind of could have been leaning towards that month thing versus to what it actually turned out to be.
And now, I mean, I think I know the answer to this, but you love Australia. You want to come back to the NBL? That's a thing in your future trade ball? Your crystal ball?
Man, is it? Oh man, it most definitely is, man. It most definitely is. Hope rather sooner than later, honestly. Hopefully this next upcoming season, really, I'm looking to get back down there, because not only did I didn't get to go on a journey of, you feel me, something that, is transpiring into being, something pretty special. But I definitely just don't want to leave that impression with the fans of me.
Yeah.
You feel me? I think that's more so what it is. The fans and all the people that I travel around to these arenas and stuff like that, all the little things I do as far as leaving sneakers all over the city every which way, bro. I think that's more so what I want to come back to and actually show my full appreciation to it in a full season versus to when I came down there, it was just on the injury replacement, and it was only being able to, you feel me, a halfway onto the ending, you feel me, and it still ended up being cut because I still had like 3 games suspended. So they haven't really got a full season of what Montrezl Harrell looks like, bro. So that's more so what I want to do.
I know when you spoke about when you re-signed and coming back, you were excited about, you come off, you used to make jokes. This is Trez off the couch. Wait till Trez comes back healthy.
Bro.
So I know you were excited for that, right? Because you've put together like almost 12 months of basketball by the time you actually came back.
Listen here, bro. I was so fucking ready to hoop, bro. Like, you have no idea, bro. Like, all I had to do was just get my win, bro. Like, I had to just get as far as playing 5 shape, bro. As far as, like, touching the basketball and stuff like that, bro, like, I have been playing the big three, bro, all summer, bro. Like literally every weekend and stuff like that. You feel me? On top of my workouts and stuff, every week, like literally, bro. Like where I'm at now, bro. I'm night and day, not even the same person, bro. Weight wise, movement wise. I did a workout with my trainer today on the basketball court, bro, and literally he was like you moving today, like. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's just about stacking great days, bro. Yes, it sucks, and you feel me? I have my tough days because the things that I'm dealing with off of court is more so right in front of me, and I don't have my outlet to be able to just release this energy and just get away from all of it and just play something and be around something that I just actually love. You feel me? Like I just have to stay in it.
Yeah, this is what I want to talk more on too quickly because I've grown an understanding of you in the last year, and when anyone asks me about Trez, I always say, "Is Trez the easiest person to deal with?" No, but I'm like, that's because I believe you're a loud personality. You kind of show your emotions. You're not one that can kind of subdue them. Like it's like if you're angry, you see it. If you're sad, you see it. If you're happy, you see it. It's one thing that you've always said. I'm trying to learn how to control it at times rather than just always show it. How have you been through this? Because you just touched on it. There's been some dark days because your outlet is basketball. And I remember one conversation I had with you in Adelaide was, I'm happy again because I'm back playing basketball and I feel like this city's allowing me to show who I am.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been in this process though? Like, how do you get through those dark days? Because there's a lot of people that struggle with that stuff, whether they're playing or they're not playing.
To be honest with you, bro, I'm still battling. Honestly, it's been a lot more dark days than they have brighter right now for me, bro. And like I said, just because everything as far as off the court, I have to stay in the now. You feel me? I don't have the court to be able to go to and just release it. I get to work out for like an hour, but it's not being able to get prepared for a game and prepare for a game competition and to be able to go out there and compete for, to win something that everybody is fighting for in the same locker room. It's not that same feeling, man. So, and it's just life, man. Life is lifing, bro. You feel me? Like I lost my aunt here recently. You feel me? Before Thanksgiving, brother. So it's been a lot of dark days, bro. But the one thing that really continues to keep me getting up every day, continuing to keep striving forward is, bro, like no matter how dark the days get, bro, like I still have 2 kids that I still have to provide for and still have to make sure that they're okay, bro. I still have a family that relies on me to make sure that the norm of okay is still okay. Like I have to. That's just what it is, bro. I mean, as much as I wanna, you feel me, yell out sometimes, cry, you feel me? Like I do those things, you feel me, in my own solitude and stuff like that. It's just what I have to do. But at the end of the day, bro, I still have to put my big boy pants on and come out here and make sure that I make a way for not only me, but my inner circle, my foundation that I built and what they know. So.
No, it's spot on. And it's a thing that a lot of people don't understand, right? Let's get on to some of the good stuff though, because Australia for you was a good time. Like you loved it. You loved the environment. What, how do you sum up your time in Adelaide in terms of just like we went through some last year. We've seen some, but your time in Adelaide and the connection with the fans, how would you explain it? Because it's something that people can say they understand it, but how do you as a person explain it? Because it's something different when you're going through it.
For me, it was a breath of fresh air, honestly, bro. For me, because like I said, I was able to be myself, and I was accepted for that. I was the crazy, energetic, dancing, yelling, diving into the crowd player that I am, and people loved every bit of it. But they didn't judge me like that when I went out the court. They let me be able to be myself, bro. You know how many times I walked around that mall that's right up the street and from the hotel where we stayed in Adelaide in downtown Majestic? I went to that mall so many times, bro, and was able to just walk around, grab stuff that I needed, go inside places, bro, and people understand who I was and stuff like that. You feel me? They was more so shocked to more so see me there and see me doing regular stuff than anything. And they just let me be, bro. You feel me? Some may come ask for a picture and stuff like that, even if they knew who I was, or even if they didn't. You feel me? Like I said, they just treat me like a regular person, bro. They didn't really, like I said, judge me for. They didn't look at me and see the monster Trez on the court as the person that was walking around Adelaide, which was Montrezl Harrell. That's the most simplest way I can put it.
Were you surprised? Like, you've obviously spent so much time in the NBA, only played in America. You come out to Australia, it's a 13, 14, 15-hour flight.
Mm-hmm.
Were you surprised by just being in another country for one, and then also how they embraced you?
I definitely was more so surprised at how I was more so embraced in the country, and not just in Adelaide, but just in the country of Australia, period.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing, bro. Like, I actually have fans in Australia, bro. Like, I get on my stream and cut my stream on sometimes, bro, and depending on how late I'm streaming, bro, I have Adelaide fans hopping in my stream, bro, asking me basketball questions or just chatting in general, bro. So it's dope to just see the connection and the people that I've been able to reach and just touch through leaving a pair of shoes around the city, and they found them and their kids find them, bro. Like, just things like that, man. Just being able to connect with the people on a more real level, not only just playing the game of basketball, bro. I think that was the most thing that I could, you feel me? I think people would never really understand, bro, or really, you feel me, understand how much I cherish that because of where I was in that point in time in my basketball career, bro. Like, that was my first major injury, surgery, anything, bro. And I played basketball since I was 13, 14, bro. I've never had a surgery until then, bro.
Yeah.
And it was a major surgery, bro. I tore my ACL and my meniscus. Torn. You feel me? Like, that's, you feel me? Some people might not bounce back. Some people might not move the same. Some people might not, you feel me? It might not be the same person that they were once before.
Take someone completely
Yeah, bro.
out.
You feel me? But I was back dunking at basketball, bro. I was back catching lives, enjoying myself, playing the game, just being me, bro. And
dancing instead of running back on
you
defense.
feel me, bro? What you mean, bro? Like, you worrying about the wrong thing, bro. You worrying about the wrong thing. You worrying about the wrong thing. You did a little bit more dancing, bro. You do a little bit more dancing, you might still be playing the game, man. You feel me? Oh, it's got to do interviews now. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. You know, shake a little bit more of them limbs, you'll be a little bit more loose, baby. That's what I'm saying.
I was just thinking as you were talking about, remember when you landed? Like, you'd only been in the country for a few days before our first game.
Mm-hmm.
And then we end up at Hoops Fest in Perth.
Mm-hmm.
You love shoes. How many
Yeah.
shoes do you own?
I wish I could, like, flip my camera to show you, bro. Like, because if I was to turn my camera to the back, like, that's just all shoes. Like, I might can do it. I don't know. Let me see if I can do it. It's on the back of my computer. All right. You see how they're over there?
Oh, yeah, we can see. That's all shoes in that back corner.
It's like all shoes.
Are you in the thousands or the hundreds?
Easily in the thousands, bro. Easily. Easily. Because the crazy thing about it is that's not even like, those not even all my shoes, bro. That's just all the shoes that's down here, bro. Like, I got like a shit ton of shoes upstairs in the closets. I have fucking shoes in North Carolina because my family has a house. That's where I bought my family's house. Very first house I bought in North Carolina. So they have like a 4 or 5 bedroom, like 2-story houses like that. So I have shoes from when I played in either Washington or Charlotte, because like the drive, well, both of those drives are like right there. Like,
Yeah.
Charlotte to North Carolina, where my people live, was about 3.5. To DC, it was probably about 4.5, maybe 5, depending on traffic that day. So after I played for them, I just took everything. I literally packed all my stuff up in a U-Haul and drove it to North Carolina. So I literally have a shit ton of stuff from one of those spots in North Carolina. So yeah, bro.
Everywhere. Did you, at Hoops Fest, we were walking around, remember? And that was the first one. There'd never been Hoops Fest. So we all go walking up to see what's going on at the stadium because they had the one-on-one comp and stuff. You ended up buying, they had all those stalls. You ended up buying those shoe things, remember? And what else? You got something else. It was like an art thing. Did you end up getting that?
Yeah. I actually still talk to the dude because we're in conversation on like the boxes because he was trying to figure out how he can give me most of them because he only did like 2 or 3 at that point in time. You feel me? And I told him like you see the wall back there, I need like a ton. You feel me? So he was trying to be able to calculate to the point where he's just not taxing me crazy and how he would get them to me. But I bought shoes that I actually played in that game, bro. Like, you know, I bought like the Jordan 4s, I want to say. It was a pair of like white Jordan 4s. I hooped in them that day. Because we wore the like champagne jerseys or something like that, the burgundy ones.
The red wine ones. Talk to me about this, because when you did this, I still don't understand it. You would roll out fresh shoes and you would wear them. And at halftime, you would get a box, open the box, and get new fresh shoes and wear them in the second half. Now, there were a couple of games you put some shit on and you were like, get me my other shoes, and you'd have another fresh pair waiting because you're like, I don't like these. When did that start? And do you know anyone else that changes shoes at halftime to put brand new shoes on?
Only the person that does it is another NBA player, PJ Tucker. He's probably the only person that does it. He's the only person that literally I'll be able to put in that realm of shoe competition with me. And his I tell people he beats me out because PJ spends it. The PJ spends it. So the stuff that he's buying and stuff like that are like one-on-ones. Like he's spending fucking $40K on one pair of shoes and shit like that. Like I'm not doing that. You feel me? I take that $40K and I walk out the store with 30 pairs of shoes. You feel me? And I got 6 or 7 steals, 5 pair of heats. Like it all depends. You feel me? Like I'm a different type of shoe shopper. You feel me? Like it's just how I am. But it's just how I am, bro. It's superstitious, honestly, bro. I've been doing this since college, bro. Even beforehand. Started in college, bro. Like literally, and we were sponsored by Adidas. So imagine doing it with Adidas, and you sponsored by Adidas school, and you have that kind of superstition. Like I wasn't able to just go and buy it. But I did. That's why I beat the wave with it, bro. Because if you go back to my Louisville days, bro, I had some Adidas. I had some shits, bro. I'm telling you, them Dame Lillards when they was first dropping. I had the Mutombos. I'm telling you, bro, I had some shit. But like, I wasn't able to do the thing where it was like I could only wear them that one game and that one half. I wasn't able to do that yet. I wasn't able to do that. I was still switching to half. That's always been my superstition. Like it always is, bro. Like I don't care like how good of a game I'm having or playing and shit. Like it's just how it is. And then when I got to the NBA, when I literally first got to the NBA, bro, like it changed into like, all right, once I do it in this half, this game, I don't care how good of a game I'm having. I don't like, bro, all my shoes I played in, bro, the year I won 6-man, bro, I only won one time in the half once. And I never put them on again.
And a lot of shoes.
And I never put them on again until maybe the next year, 2 years prior. Like I don't know. I might have gave some away. Like it's just what it is, bro.
I have to ask this separate because I know you're a basketballer and you're a competitor. How excited were you to play with Bryce?
Extremely, bro. Extremely, because like I said, bro, to be able to be on the floor with a guy who I know is hella competitive, a guy who is putting in the work and literally continues to put in the work in his craft, even with, you feel me, no matter his age and stuff like that, he continues to just blossom and continue to brighten his game year after year, bro. It's amazing to see, bro. So I was definitely ready and, you feel me, willing to do anything and everything to put us in the best situation in order to win and actually be successful to, you know, win a club championship, bro, which we was going to, you know, try to compete to do. But it's definitely great to see that he's actually still being that player that I already knew that he was going to be. Like that's never one thing that I ever doubted or second guessed about Bryce. Not once, because he's a veteran. He's a veteran. He's a pro. He's a guy that comes into this game and respects the game and gives everything he has to the game every time he's on the court. So I can't do nothing but respect somebody like that.
You keep a close eye, and as I said, you've touched on it before. A lot of the reason that you loved Australia too was maybe not all, but you loved a lot of the guys in the locker room, and we all got along, and we had some fun. We had some fun last year. But you keeping an eye on the NBL, who do you like right now? Like, who do you think's good? Like, obviously now you're watching it from a completely, like, you want Adelaide to win, which some people would not, but you do. Who do you think's carrying on pretty well right now? Where do you think people are trending?
I think everybody feels or is basically saying that the championship game is going to come down to Melbourne United and Adelaide. I think that's what everybody's saying. How it's going to transpire. A team I think that's it's tough to say, bro. It's just tough to say because right now those are just the two clubs are just playing the most, you feel me, well put together basketball. I think a lot of the other clubs are kind of dealing with a variety of things. Some have injuries. Some guys are, you feel me, plugging and pulling guys that they thought that may have been the right fit for them that wasn't, and then they're still trying to, find certain things like that, man. So it's tough to say. It's 6 teams it's 4 teams, 6 teams that get in it?
6. We got the play-in, 4 teams.
So the 6 teams I would say that gets in is Adelaide, Adelaide for sure, Melbourne United for sure. I think Southeast Melbourne gets in there. I think Perth maybe gets in. That's 4.
Yep.
Quiet as kept. I think Tassie sneaks in there.
Yeah.
I think Tassie sneaks in. And that last spot, let's see. I'm gonna look up the standings real quick. And it doesn't matter right now because they still have playing to go on. You want to know what's crazy? I actually thought What's Called was doing a little bit worse because of the injuries that they had. The Breakers, New Zealand.
Yeah, they've started. They've been better the last probably 4 or 5 games.
Yeah. So honestly, they sneak in there.
So Adelaide.
Yeah, I think one of them kicks out. I think one of them knocks out the Kings.
You don't think? Geez, that'd be massive.
They at 5. They at 5 now. I said don't look at it now, but they're 7-7. It's top 6 get in. New Zealand and Tassie are right there competing. If Sydney have 1-2 bad games, you know how it go. They could be dropped. That's what I said, bro. So it's just, it gets scary, bro. It gets real scary, bro. Like I said, Adelaide for sure. Adelaide, Melbourne United, Southeast Melbourne, Perth. Those are the top 4 teams right there. Then at 5, 6, 7 get tricky.
It will get tricky too.
Sydney's at 7-7. The Breakers are 7-10. The Jack Jumps are 6-10. Like that 5 through 7 is nasty. So if somebody have a bad week and the other ones have a good one, it flips.
You think Illawarra done? Reigning champs. You think they're out? You don't reckon they can get in?
They're in 8. They got to win like a mug this month. They got to run off a crazy win stat this month. Like they can't have any delays this month. They have to run off a crazy amount of wins. Like damn, there's a point where they almost undefeated this season, this month.
Yeah, because December, January does get busy.
This is, you feel me? Like this is the most time where you kind of have maybe like two games a week majority of the time. You feel me? Like not just one. You feel me? So this is where you gotta really run out them wins if you want to be in that conversation. They're at 8, and the crazy thing is they're at 8 with 1 less loss than Brisbane, and Brisbane is depleted. They hurt all the way.
They have.
You feel me? Yeah, they hurt all the way. The Prater, Casey Prater, he's all the way. He hurt serious. So it's like they depleted. You feel me? They had to revamp everything. You feel me? So it's like it's just tough to say that they just automatically get in right now with them 1 loss above the Bullets, and the Bullets are for me. And they're not hurt. And what's called, like I said, and Illawarra's not hurt. Like they have their players. Like that's the sad thing, right? Like they have their team.
All right, some quick ones. I got some quick ones. Who's the toughest player you played against in the NBL?
Bryce.
Yeah, that's
hands down. Like it's literally, if you're not up on the screen and let him shoot freely, he's gonna make the shot. If you're up on the screen like that, then he's gonna draw the foul. Like it's a hell of a way to play Bryce. That's why I couldn't wait to be the person setting screens from him, and y'all try to figure out what you want to do, and me on the backside. Like I couldn't wait. So yeah,
that would have been a problem. 2-man game between you and him.
But then I'm a willing passer, bro. I don't know why people just think I just ball hog and shit like that. Like I'm a willing passer, so now you guys even wanting to play in that little dunker spot and shit like that. Like yeah, you'll really see some lobs. Like let's just see been catching and shit like that, been cool and shit like that. Like, you feel me? They've been right there. You feel me? But I'll be throwing some shit like I'll tell them like, hey, bro, like I see the gap right there, bro. I'm gonna throw it right there, bro. Just go up and do what you do. Like you know me. Especially to try to come out in a 2-3 or something like that, bro. Like, man, I wish Illawarra would try to play that nasty 2-3 versus us, bro. I would literally just flash in the middle of that zone and tell, bro, I'm throwing it at the rim. Just be there.
Yeah, just go
just be there. Like, because there's no way that back line is going to be able to drop fast enough to be able to catch it before you dive that rim and catch a lob.
What's the best city, venue, fans, whatever you want to call it, you played at? Now, I think your answer's going to be Adelaide. That's your favorite venue. I'm guessing Adelaide's your favorite venue?
As far as what?
Just where's your favorite venue?
I'm not. I love Adelaide as far as us having home games, as far as our fans like that. Don't get me wrong. I love like how they come out for it. But as far as me, I'm the type of person that I love when we went to Illawarra, upsetted them. Like I'm type like that. I like.
Yeah, that was
like that game. That game we went to overtime and lost to Tassie and shit like that. Like I love environments like that, bro. Like you can't.
So where's your favorite one then?
Yeah, probably that Tassie one we lost.
That's your favorite venue?
Tassie got a nice ass little arena, bro. I like that. Like sitting right there by that water and shit like that. That shit's dope to me. Especially how when the camera comes in and shit like that, and how shit like is right there by that little lake or whatever they got right there, and then they got the little different color seats. That little shit get rocking, bro. I like that little venue. I ain't gonna lie. But as far as the best venue down there is easily got to be the Melbourne setup, Southeast or Melbourne United. They should set up like a pro type arena. Sydney's is too. Sydney is just. I think Sydney they got so much space in there, they just don't know what the fuck to do. Like I think they kind of need to change their seating and shit. Like I don't know, it just seems like it's so open. Like
it's a proper arena, right?
Yeah. Like it's like even with the season, it's just so like I don't know. It seemed like the court is sitting down in like a little drop zone type shit. You feel me? And like the seating is just kind of weird to me. Like I like it. You feel me? Like, but it's just like so. Just that backdrop to that across from where the players sit is just so open to me, bro.
Yeah,
but I enjoy it.
Player in the NBL you think could make the jump to the NBA?
That's tough, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, especially with the way today's NBA is going.
Anyone come to mind?
It's tough to say, bro. And the bad thing about it is, bro, it's not about them, bro. It's the NBA is just a whole different nature, bro. You feel me? Like it's a whole different business. You feel me? So
when you come back to that and you think of something.
Yeah, bro, because I can't really say nobody that I want to say that just like somebody that kind of kills in the NBL because they're not going to go to the NBA and be that same role.
No,
it's like, different. Are they going to be able to accept that? Are they going to like fizzle out? Like it's a lot that goes into that. I don't look at it as far as like the player's skill and that because a lot of guys have the skill to be able to, you feel me, might score here and there in the NBA, but it's a lot more that goes into it. Yeah, it's a lot that goes into it.
Let's go back to the pre-zone quickly because this will be a good one. What's the worst venue or city?
Oh, I don't know, bro. I love all Australia, man. You ain't about to get nobody mad at me, bro. I'm already not, I'm not over there right now, you feel me? And I don't know when this interview drop, it could go either way, you feel me? People might love me, they might hate me, so I don't want to lose no more fans that I have in other places, man. So I love all Australia, man.
Great answer.
What was the worst situation where something happened to us? Cairns. That's blackout.
Yeah, that's right.
That shit had a blackout when we was down there, bro. I was literally washing clothes at the
whole city.
Across.
The whole city
literally. Like,
out.
it wasn't just where we was just at. It was like the whole city was blacked out. Like, you couldn't see the person walking in front of you, like right there. Like, that's crazy. And I was walking around the city down that shit. That shit was crazy.
All the shops, people were buying groceries. Remember,
It was hot as hell, bro. It was hot as hell out there, bro. Oh my God, bro. Like, literally, that was crazy. That was the most crazy shit I seen.
For everyone to understand, Trez in Australia, walking around Cairns, no shirt on,
Facts.
chains hanging.
I'm vibing, boy. I'm a whole vibe out there. I'm telling y'all, bro. Like, yeah, y'all need to let me get Australian. Y'all need to consider make me Australian, bro. For real, make me Australian. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, last one of these ones, and then we can pretty much wrap up. You love talking, you love dancing, who talked back to you last year? There was a couple that I remember. Who was one that you remember talking a bit of rubbish back to you? Did anyone really take it on?
Oh, it was me and Cam.
Yeah, that's right.
Me and Cam. That shit translated over to China. We played them in the playoffs.
You guys didn't you have a thing?
We played them in the playoffs. Yeah, I got kicked out of that game. Like, it translated over into China. Sort of guy, Cam. Yeah, Cam for sure. Cam Oliver from Sydney, 100%. 100%.
That had the carryover too.
All the way over to China.
Let's quickly, before we finish up, we have to talk some wrestling. How you feeling about Cena's last match?
I don't have a problem with it because I wasn't on the whole crazy Cena wave. Did I definitely see Cena and the whole, jorts and all that? You feel me? His whole rapping against somebody coming out doing the little, yeah, like definitely, you feel me? But I never was a crazy Cena, just you can't see me and all. I just never was a Cena fan, like just that crazy, you feel me? Do I respect him and everything he's done for wrestling? 100%. Because his journey of how he's came along and to be like, bro, like people don't understand, like he had a wrestling event to the point where, like, he threw a shirt in the crowd, they was throwing that shit back. Like, it was back and forth. Like, you feel me? So, like, I respect everything about his whole triumph and, you feel me, his story. I can't take nothing from it. Hell of a
wrestler. If you could pick someone to be his last match, who would you pick? Because you know who I'd pick, but you don't like him.
You want to pick, like, Edge? Like, Chris No, what, bro? That's nasty, bro.
Oh, if Edge's entrance music played, that would go wild.
If that's the case, bro, I would have rather pick, literally, bro, if he wasn't the champ, CM Punk all day long.
Yeah, that would be a good one, too.
All day long.
Who's your favorite wrestler right now? Actually, before you answer that, tell everyone, you're looking for it. Tell everyone what you're going to roll up to Australia. When you came to Australia, what were you going to roll up in?
Hey, no.
Tell everyone what you're...
It's on the right. You got to put the ones to the sky, baby. You feel me? I know.
How were you going to show up to Australia?
It's not far from me, bro. It's not far from me, baby. It's not far.
That
the Ulafala is not far, brother. The Ulafala is not far, brother. You know how it goes. The Ulafala isn't farther, I always got to put the ones to the sky, brother. You know who Roman Reigns, brother. What kind of question is that?
Yeah, he's
Roman Reigns. And the reason why I'm off at War Games for a lot of reasons. It was terrible. They had bad matches. How they ended the men's match was horrible. But the thing I hate the most is Brock Lesnar didn't do nothing. He did 6 F-bombs, and that was in his wrestling. They didn't let Roman Reigns come out there and really do nothing. He did 9 Superman punches and 1 spear. That's all he did, and that was the match. Then you get some random climb over the cage and Seth Rollins stump and all this. Like,
who's the random?
I don't know. Now I don't know. And the reason why I was on the Becky Lynch when it was at War Games because of the stump, because of it was the same attire when she did it to help self win it. That same little black hoodie and that, like, it was the same type of attire. And she was there earlier from the Women's War Games. They had the very first one. So it was towards Punk. So I went with those two. Now that they had him come out, he did this whole random shit with my boy Rey Mysterio. Like, I don't know. I don't know. They got me on that. As far as them, a little suspense thing on that, I don't know. I'm following a lot. You know, I be sending you all the little insiders and the little writers. They say it's two people. They say it's Montez Ford or Austin Theory.
Yeah, that's what I've seen too. And then I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really see those two lining up with a Paul Heyman guy.
It'd be interesting.
So
I reckon they're using different people too, just to confuse everyone, because they're wearing all black, so you can just
they don't know. Yeah, nothing's shown, and it's like they do this and then just take off running. You see like a security guy running behind them, but like it's you don't know. So that's definitely one thing. Like I'm not a fan of it though. The one thing I'm really not a fan of, probably the most thing I probably hate the most right now in wrestling, the most, is fucking Logan Paul.
He's actually not a bad wrestler.
Kim. Excuse my language. And the only reason why, look at the track record of every time he has a match or every time something goes on to the point where he gets relevant in the little scene and shit like that, who is he always beefing with?
Who?
Goddamn Rey Mysterio, bro.
Oh, I was about to say Mysterio.
I'm tired of it. Y'all done let Logan jump him to the U.S. title, hit him with the knuckles. He had the little title reign for a minute. He went away after he lost the title to L.A. Knight, came back. Who was his first match that had to qualify for something? Rey Mysterio. He goes away, does all the little shit, has a kid, you feel me? Take nothing from that. I'm all for fatherhood and shit like that. Once again, it's the whole going away, do all your podcasts and do what you want to, come back. He in the video.
Rey Mysterio.
Who we got beef with? Rey Mysterio. Bro, come on, man. Lord have mercy. They just gonna keep playing my guy Rey like this? Like y'all let Rey Mysterio have a career where he done beat the Great Khali, the Big Shows, the Undertakers, and people like this to just come around and just keep getting slapped around by damn Logan Paul? Not a fan, brother. Can't support it.
Hey, where can people catch you streaming?
Monster Trez on Twitch, man. Monster Trez, bro. It's my same Twitter handle. It's literally my Twitch, bro. Literally, bro. I post my link on IG. I post every time I'm kind of going live. I throw it up on Twitter, man. Literally, bro. I'm just literally gaming, bro, and enjoying myself. I ain't doing nothing special, man. It's all you see. The backdrop, y'all see the paintings, all the toy wrestler action figure, drugs and stuff. Y'all might see my kids walking in and out of the stream a couple of times and stuff like that, man. I'm just literally working out, playing basketball, man, trying to, you feel me, navigate through life one day at a time, brother. That's it.
I hear. Well, Trez, thank you for coming on Cut to the Jase. It's been a pleasure. We finally got there. We talked about it. Well, firstly, you started it, but we talked about it. We got there, and now we get to see what's
hey, man,
going next.
I might as well do it with you feel me, a great site is going to let me tell my story, man. You feel me? You see all the stuff that happened online, and you know, people just running with articles after I told them not to. All different types of stuff going on, man. It's a wild world, man. So I'm just glad I'm able to, you know, tell my side of the story and actually tell the truth of it. And you feel me? Like I said, bro. Like I said, this is nothing towards nobody personally, but at the same time, brother, I just want to tell my truth. And if I offend somebody throughout the ways of that, brother, I personally and truly am sorry. But at the same time, I couldn't just let the narratives continue to be told, and I just had to sit back and, you feel me, let it go on. Like when it first happened, I had to do it because, like I said, it was a whole process. We didn't know what was going to happen. Like I said, I had to go through a whole court case afterwards and all this, and the third, like, and this is just where it's at. But at the same time, bro, I can't just let the narratives run with whatever they want to run with and the truth not really be told on my part. And that's something that rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. Not only with, like I said, the end of how it was in Adelaide, but just the whole media aspect of Australia as well, bro. Like, don't try to paint no dirty picture of me, bro. Like, don't do that. Because that's not me. I've never was a person to say that I don't smoke. Never said that, not once. But I do it in the realms of my own space, not bothering anybody, and I'm not breaking any rules. That's what people need to understand. I'm not breaking any rules. And then past that, I have a doctor's, you feel me, if you want to go, it's more in depth in it, as you can see. I have literally, this ain't no print off online stuff. Like, nah, that's a seal from an actual doctor, brother. To the point where I can, you feel me? Y'all really think, this why I want y'all people, before we get out of here, and I want y'all to really do y'all homework, because before Trez came to Australia, they tried to say I was trafficking weed, brother. So this ain't my first go around with marijuana, brother, when they tried to jam me up on something that wasn't the truth. You feel me? So if you think I had that go on, bro, and then think I was going to do and make sure I had the legal things to move where I need to move, bro, you are out your mind. So I have a legal document to the point where I could go into a medical dispensary, talk to these people, and they're going to hand the monster some medicine. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just don't paint this picture like I'm just he does drugs and all that. Just slow down. Cause this same little plant is keeping me from choking a lot of you motherfuckers that you just don't know. You just don't know. You know, so y'all might want to just, you feel me, be thankful, you feel me, that I just mellow out and just vibe and stay in my own, you feel me, space of games and wrestling, you feel me? Like I watched the wrestling and performed on TV. Just y'all lucky I ain't out here, you feel me? Randy Orton punting some of y'all in the head, you feel me? You feel me? Roman Reigns spearing a couple of y'all, you feel me? Calling out, you feel me? Yeeting on y'all, like chill, like let's not paint a picture that Trez is just. Because it's not that, brother. Like as you can see, brother, I get up here, I laugh, I enjoy the space. People that actually know me like yourself know who the real me is, bro. You see this person, you see the laughing and stuff like that. Am I a person that wears my emotions on my sleeve? 100%. I never said I wasn't. But at the same time, bro, don't try to start, because like I said, Australia was a place that accepted me for who I am. Don't try to start bashing me now because this situation happened.
Yeah.
Like that's just don't start doing that. Please don't tell me that y'all are the type of people that, you feel me, as long as I'm there and doing the things that I'm doing for y'all, it's okay. But when I leave, I'm something else. Like that's not okay with me.
No, I hear you. Well, I hope you're back here. I've told you this many times. I hope
yes, sir.
Here, and I'm sure we'll keep talking, and maybe we'll get on here again and announce what's next when it is time to announce what's next.
Let me know, man. I'm always available for an interview, as you can see, man. You feel me? I get a little bit more prettier next time, man. I'm a little rough right now. I ain't gonna lie. Like Trez just been on the grind, man. I ain't been able to, you feel me? I ain't been going to arenas, y'all. It's just been workout Trez, bro. I get up in the morning, 6, 7 o'clock, make sure the kids up for school. They go outside the door for school. I go out to my workout, my first one. Hit that first one in the weights and stuff like that. That leads over to the on court. And then it debates on if I want to do a third or not. You feel me? Sometimes I push it to the max, get to 3. It just all depends on what my week is set up. Then after that, I'm streaming and playing the game, bro. Literally sitting right here.
Well, it's been great to have you on, bro. I'm happy you got to tell your side of it. And I think it's great for everyone else to also see how much love you still have for Adelaide and Australia, even though some things didn't go necessarily to plan. So thanks again for coming on Cut to the Jase, and we'll see everyone next time.
Much love.